This is a glimpse into my life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kylie.
And I'm Eric.
I think we know who you are.
Oh.
Okay. So how is it that after 13 years, I'm still like learning things about you?
Because you're not very observant?
No, because I think you have a little chest in there of shit you hold on to because maybe you're embarrassed.
Why do you think I've been divorced twice?
Right.
I got to reel you in.
You maybe should be embarrassed.
No, I got to reel you in.
What I learned.
And then it takes me about 15 years to reveal my true self.
Great. Can't wait.
You know what my nickname is?
What?
Dexter.
Okay, that's because you've really been watching that show lately.
I know. I should be Dexter.
Which I tried to get you to watch like 5 years ago, and you were refused.
I'm so good. If I was Dexter, you would never know it.
That's a lie.
You would just think I'm this,
Lies.
chatty, goofy guy, but really I'm Dexter.
I don't think that. I think I would know.
I don't think so.
I do. I think you're not.
I fooled you thus far.
Not really.
Oh.
I just keep learning. I just accepted it early on and was like, I'm signing up for this.
No one knows.
I'll take you. I'll trib you. I will take you.
No one knows this, though. You're more of a weirdo than me.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, you're psycho.
Psycho?
Yeah, you're Dexter, maybe.
Why am I
I could totally
kill people and you wouldn't even know
You
it.
could totally be Dexter.
Yeah.
You could kill people in the bed next to me and I wouldn't even know it. Like, laying there.
Oh, yeah.
In the bed.
Oh, yes.
I'm just laying there. You coat the whole room in plastic and shrink wrap.
Yeah.
But I'm just laying there.
Right.
Me and the dog are just laying there.
Right.
And
Nora would be awake,
yeah,
but she wouldn't care.
Yeah. And you spent the whole night like chopping people up with a chainsaw.
Right.
And I'm still sleeping.
Sleep through it once.
Yeah, I'm still sleeping.
And then you would think that I woke up like fresh faced
Yeah.
and was like reading all night or something.
Right. And I see one dot of blood on
And
the
I'd be like,
sheets.
oh,
and you're
that's
like,
my period.
oh, no, you're like, oh, no, that's just a picky from you.
Oh, I would blame you.
I would test the DNA.
Gaslight you.
I would test the DNA on that shit. That's what I would do.
You would not because you don't know how to do that.
Right.
Because you'd ask me how to Google it.
And you go, oh, I did it, and it's yours.
Yeah. Oh,
it's the picky
came back
from your
it's
neck.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. You'd be a good
serial killer.
You'd be a good serial killer.
Maybe.
Yeah. But I know you're not because you probably
not.
would have started with me and maybe the dog. I don't know.
Not the dog.
You start with
She's an
dogs.
innocent.
When you're a serial killer, you start with dogs.
As a
and shit.
child, yeah.
Yeah, you start
usually kill animals.
Yeah, you're killing like squirrels and shit.
Oh, I don't kill it now.
You know, a little roadkill.
Ew.
So you start.
That's what they say.
Apparently, I don't know.
Right.
But I don't know where we started with this, but whatever.
Right. Because
you started the podcast,
releasing
not me.
your inner serial killer.
Right.
Or you're feeling murderous.
If you were a serial killer, you know how they have like the the ice truck killer or the
What's how they kill them? Yeah.
or the
because there's a theme. There's always a theme.
Know what you would be?
What?
You would be the red polo hat.
Okay, you came up with this and you
Killer.
think it's funny and it's not funny.
And then
It's not funny.
every time they would show your picture with the red polo hat.
Because I wore it once.
We have a
No.
we have a sketch, but all we have is a red polo hat.
No. Why would
You'd
I wear
be
a
like,
red polo hat
you
when I'm
with a
killing
red
somebody?
Polo hat.
I would not wear a hat.
And then they
because you
would-
can't wash it.
and then every
you keep
time-
the DNA on
And
it.
then every time they would you'd be do red because you like blood.
No,
and then
you would get DNA on it.
Yeah.
It'd be too easy to track.
you know what your song would be?
Do you think this
Red
is so funny?
polo
It's
hat.
so stupid.
I just got a new red polo
You like
hat.
you think
I
that
love
that's like the funniest joke, and nobody's laughing.
Kylie just got a new red polo hat, which I like flashback to the 80s or something.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Who doesn't love a Ralph Lauren?
I like the red polo hat.
Why are you making fun of it?
I know.
Nora's biting your
What?
hat.
Get it. That's my cowboy hat. Get it.
She's offended by your song.
Get the hat.
She's offended.
She has my cowboy hat. That's my dress-up cowboy hat that I use in Virginia City and shit. Get it. You just knocked the whole camera, by the way. Are we still good? Okay. We're gonna have to start this podcast. Oh, Dan, let's scratch this whole thing. Start over. We probably shouldn't start the podcast
This is like
out by
a
psycho
prime,
killers and
prime example of life with Eric. You think you're funny and you're not.
why do I have a podcast?
Because it's the things
We
that you
force people.
it's
to
the
listen to
things
us?
that you don't realize you're doing that is funny.
Right.
Right.
Well, I think the red polo hat thing is funny,
Well,
and I just made that up. I made that up on the
so
whim.
proud of you.
Right.
Even though I've been singing that song about the dog for like 6 weeks.
What?
The Pink Pony Club, but I call it the Gray Puppy Club.
Oh, the Gray Puppy Club. Now, see, that's funny. I don't hear anybody laughing, but it's funny.
Can't. I can't.
Okay, now the dog wants out. Okay, I'm gonna ignore I gotta ignore the dog, else we're gonna have to scratch this whole podcast, and every listener will be very upset.
Very.
Yeah, I had a good night last night, babe. Do you know why?
Why?
Because after about, I would say 6 weeks, probably we hadn't been to Los
We have not
Compadres,
been.
and
It's
we
true.
went. Marcos was there. He saw us come in. He started whipping our drinks up. We never missed a beat, and I don't think he really knew that we haven't been there for 6 weeks.
I probably didn't realize it had been that long.
Yeah, I said, oh, we haven't been here for a while. What did we say? We made up some bullshit.
We had plans, yeah.
Oh
Why is the
yeah,
dog
it was our plans or whatever.
We had we were just busy.
Are you fixing the dog again? It's kind of nice though. But even after 6 weeks, he still made our drinks. We met our Kiley's friend. I guess it's my friend too, Carly, at the Los Compadres, and I was feeling at home. I was feeling myself again. And
I know. Why do you think that you don't have friends? Like that any kind of like a mutual friend or like my friend is not your friend.
Yeah, I just said
I know.
Kylie's friend, but it's my friend, I guess. Yeah.
But you kind of do that anyways, in the general.
Yeah, but don't you? Do I have a friend?
I mean, I don't know.
Not really. I had that New Year's resolution that I was going to get
and you did.
a friend that. No, I didn't.
I will say that Chris was very upset when you told him this, and he was like, "I'm your friend."
I know, but he lives far away. I'm talking a friend that
What?
I love Chris. Love Chris. Yeah.
He lives far away because you hang out with so many friends.
I'm gonna get a pair of them green pants. I want to hang out with him.
You can text him, which he does text you.
I want to see
respond.
Yeah.
You a good friend back?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
I think so. He sends me Instagrams and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys want matching green pants?
Yeah, I want to see where he got those. Are those like Carhartts or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't know what those pants are.
I'll have to pay more attention.
If it's Chris, I know he like researched this and some off-brand like pants that no one knows about that are like
you could
they're custom.
Can't be shredded.
They're like custom. Yeah, they're like custom fit for
like Kevlar pants.
Yeah, like Kevlar.
Can't rip.
Right. Yeah, and no one knows about this. But he goes, yeah, you really got to try these, dude. But he was kind of telling me that about his jeans one time. He's like, I get these jeans. I never heard of those jeans.
Maybe you should get his jeans because his are not high waters or tapered.
Well, that's just rude now. I don't know I don't examine people's jeans. Obviously, you're examining the jeans a lot.
Just some of yours are.
Mine aren't high waters.
Not all of them.
Just some of them are high waters. I wear jacked up shoes. That's when I wear my sexy batots. I fill the gap.
No, it's mainly because you're like, I gotta take an inch off of them, and you don't measure them. You just tell the dry cleaners to take an inch off.
I got them,
and then you dry,
short,
you dry them, and they like are slowly creeping up your leg.
Right. I have to do like power squats to get them loosened so they'll sag down. Yeah, but you say they start sagging on my butt too. So what matters? They go down.
That's not a good look either. Do you want to have long pants and a saggy ass?
I'm never wearing those jeans again. I'm never wearing those jeans again.
Or do you want to have short pants and a better looking ass?
Short pants and a better ass.
Okay, then quit sagging them down.
Oh, that's true. Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I get older, I'm losing my ass.
You are losing your ass.
I think because I
love
don't
you,
squat
but it's
as
a
much.
fact.
My hips and ass. When I had to mark out bunch of stuff the other day and
They're
squat
burning.
down a lot, and yeah, I wasn't used to squatting down as much, so my hips and everything are
right.
hurting.
You started losing it when you stopped working because you stopped squatting.
Yeah, so now at the gym, I'm starting to squat, even though I
You're
went
gonna get your
once
butt
last
back.
week. Yeah, I started squatting. And when you swim, really, you don't really use your hamstrings.
You apparently do not.
Yeah, and your ass starts swinging. That's why if you look at swimmers, they don't have big ass. I mean, the breaststrokers do a little bit. They have big legs, but you start losing your ass as a swimmer.
I see it.
The rest of your body is fantastic.
Right. Sure. Maybe when you're 22.
Oh.
Right.
Anyway, dear, Los Compadres had a great day.
Right.
Great night.
And I learned something. Carly and I both learned something about you last night.
Carly learned something about me?
Whilst at Los Compadres.
What?
That you used to love a blended Midori margarita.
So what?
Okay.
That was the rage. That was early 90s, man. I said, can I have a picture of Midori's, please?
Did you say in that voice?
Yeah.
Well,
when I drink the Midori margarita, I was telling you
I think there
last night,
might be
my
other
pinky goes
reasons
out.
why you've been divorced so many times.
Yeah, there's lots of reasons, I'm sure. They just add up.
And it might have to do with that Midori margarita.
Yeah. The crazy part about it is I'm the innocent one out of all this. So I do innocent things. Just because I drink Midori margaritas.
You also tried to tell us that the ladies were flocking to you with your Midori margaritas.
I did?
You tried to. And
Well,
me and Carly just laughed at you.
So you thought that wasn't true?
I 100% know it's not.
Yeah.
Is there ever?
I got a point. I gotta make a point to you though. In
What?
the '90s, and I probably didn't even look as nice as I look now. I guess in the '90s.
I mean, I've seen pictures. I think you're more handsome now, myself.
but
Sorry.
I was okay with the ladies.
I'm sure that you have a charming personality.
It was usually the girl I really wanted though, like who didn't want me. It was like somebody else, like or whatever.
Oh.
But once in a while, I would flag the one I wanted, and I would get her.
Oh.
I would get her,
Okay.
and then I would usually blow it or something. I was like, oh my god, why did I do that? Like, I
But
just
did she? I don't know what Nora's eating. I gotta check this. I'm sorry.
our podcast is ruined now. Right when I'm talking about how I'm smooth with the ladies, you leave the podcast, and then I'm on my own and no one wants to listen. What does she have? What does she have? God damn it! Kylie bought my new razors, and the stupid dog got them. Anyway, why is she doing this? And we're gonna have to edit all this out. This is ridiculous. Anyway, besides Midori margaritas, I used to do peach margaritas too. I think those were the days where they just had different flavors and people ordered different flavors. Unless I was just young and said, oh, I never got a margarita on the rocks like I do now. I never even heard of a margarita on the rocks until, not that long ago. Maybe like 10 years ago, I was like, oh, get them on the rocks. I never had them on the rocks. I always just assumed a margarita was a blended one. So I would get a peach or a Midori.
Okay, you're not helping your story.
Yeah.
I want to go back to these ladies
And
that
then,
you flip
and then when I be drinking these, I have a rainbow over the top of my head.
I wanted to go back. Would you wear a tank top also?
A lot of times in the '90s, I would have a tank top on, but you know why?
Because of your swimmer's body?
Yeah, I had a nice physique.
Okay.
Yeah. And people wore tank tops. I used to play volleyball.
I mean,
and
just
stuff.
from my own personal experience, I'm not sure because you said the one you would like, they wouldn't like you.
Well, I mean, sometimes. Usually, if I really wanted, I'd turn on the charm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, well, what are you getting at?
I'm just from my personal experience. I'm just not sure how good your
game is.
I don't know about not game.
I got a pretty good game
Like
because I make, as you say, I'm not as funny, but I make people laugh.
Like I don't want to say picker, but because not a picker, but like
my neck, picking my neck.
Okay, no, like when you first initially meet people,
people don't come up to me because I'm picking my neck.
No, right now.
Yeah.
Like you're not good at like an initial reaction of people.
Why?
Like
I judge them?
You don't judge them. No, you're not judging. You're not like me. I think of like you and I. Like when you first met me, you thought that I was just this bitchy, prude bitch.
Yeah, right.
And it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I still think that.
Oh, okay. And that still stands.
Yeah. Once in a while, you fake it, and you're fun. No,
I'm fun all the time.
You're pretty fun. You just I don't know what you are. You're weird.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
But like, so like you initially we're like, I don't want to just hang out with you.
Right. Well.
And so I think maybe your initial
that's you sit next to me.
Right. So I think maybe your initial judgments are not great.
I'm so bad. I'm super bad. I don't know how to judge anybody.
Right.
That's why.
But I have to have this armor up because then I have to kill people in my serial killer world, you see?
Right. I've been safe so far. Anybody listening to this knows what's happening to me if that
happens.
happens.
Well, it's fine because they'll come after me now if something happens.
Right.
That's all right.
Right, Kylie.
Speaking of killers.
Next time I go to Los Compadres, I'm going to get a Midori margarita.
Be my guest.
I wonder if I
do you
even
have
like
to
it.
get it blended, or can you get it on the rocks?
You might be able to get it on the rocks. I don't. If anybody knows this,
I think you
can't see
should
getting
get
a
it.
peach margarita.
I would like you to get it, and one, I'd like Marco to just give you that look of like, what the hell is he ordering? And two, I want to see if you even like it still.
I don't know. It's a melon, right?
Yeah.
It's a melon margarita.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of popular at Mexican restaurants. I haven't had a blended margarita forever. I just like the on the rocks ones. But when we go out with all our friends, we'll get a picture of Midori.
Oof. I don't know if anybody's going to drink that with you.
I better just get one, right?
I think that you should. Because I think that picture will be yours then. Your mom might drink a Midori marg. I could see that.
100%. I think maybe that's who I used to drink them with.
You probably did.
That's how I pulled in all the chicks. I'd sit there drinking a Midori margarita with my mom.
Oh, yeah. They probably thought, like, oh, my God, this guy and his mom.
Okay,
So
I'll tell you what.
cute.
When I would meet a new girl.
You would introduce him to your mom?
On the first date.
No.
Or the second date.
No.
I would introduce them to my mother.
Oh, good Lord.
Do you know why? Because they love my mother.
Because then they thought it was so sweet.
And they're like, oh
because
my
you're
God,
like,
it's
he
like a
likes
family.
you to like him.
Yeah,
introduce
he's like
him to
a
his mom.
family guy and his family, and we're taking shots with the mom and everything. And, dad's all, Grew
Little
up in
do
her,
they
yeah.
know that you're a mama's boy.
Right. I didn't tell them that.
Right. And that you
And they
can't
think
go a
I-
day
yeah.
without calling your mom.
My family
Love you,
is
Diane.
and my family is a plus in a relationship until it's not. But and the ones that don't think my family's a plus in a relationship,
Suck it.
sorry, you're out. That's kind of how it works.
I mean, I get that because you can't change your family.
Yeah.
And
And my mom is the queen
well, every
of the castle.
mom is that's the
And if you
yes.
piss off the queen, watch out.
Wrath,
She's the
wrath.
queen.
Um,
I've only pissed my mom off a couple times, and it's horrible. So I'll never do
I've
it
never
again.
pissed your mom. I don't think I've ever pissed your mom off.
No, you don't want to. She'll bring that bird over, and peck your eyes out.
Me and your mom could be a
I-
wrath at each other if we're mad at each other. That could get ugly.
Why would you ever get mad at my
I don't
mom?
want to get mad at your mom, but I feel like that wouldn't go over well for both of us.
Yeah. If that ever happened, my mom would take you down.
But we both have different fighting styles, so I think we take each other down.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Don't ever fight with my mom.
I won't. I'm like mean and quiet and vengeful, and I'll get you on the back end. I'll stab you in the back.
Yeah,
Your mom comes from the front. I come
we
from
know
the back.
Dexter.
I know. So it
Don't go
would be
challenging anybody.
I don't want to challenge anybody.
Start challenging stuff. That's
We've
ridiculous.
been watching too many weird things, and I've been reading about fairies and wars, and so I'm a little violent today.
Stop reading, first of all. I hate reading. Anybody that reads should just go
That's like a majority of the population.
to hell.
And that's why I'm more articulate than you are, because I read and you sit there and watch Dexter. Thinking about maybe I could hang up a curtain and slice somebody.
No. I started watching Dexter because someone at acting told me it was really
I told
good.
you years ago, and
I
I'm
know.
pissed that you wouldn't watch it with me.
Right, because I didn't want to. Then I watched the episode. I go, oh my God, it's good.
I do hear, I was talking to Danica about this yesterday, that we need to watch a Game of Thrones.
I'm not watching that shit.
I don't know. She said it's real good. Real good.
Isn't there a lot of sex, though? I like
Yeah,
that.
there is.
Wow. I always thought you see clips of there's kind of like a blonde hot chick in there. I don't know what her name is, but
I don't either. But apparently the show is really good and we should watch it.
I mean, everybody said it was the best show
Right.
ever.
I mean,
was it on
yes, it's
HBO or is it on
HBO,
Netflix?
yeah.
Oh,
Yes, there is a dragons involved, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like a dinosaur, essentially. Let's look at it that way. Those were real ones. Maybe
Right.
dragons were real ones.
I have no idea. Well, maybe we will since I opened my eyes to Dexter. But right now we got too many shows going on.
Yeah, one of the things that irritates you about me is that you
I don't really get that irritated with you at all.
ever.
We have a good relationship.
I know, but there's nothing that I do that irritates you. It's a lie.
Well, I already said the one thing, reading.
Okay, so I irritate you every day.
But yeah, I guess.
Is that you will start a show, like a streaming show,
Right.
and you will not finish it. You'll start something else
Right.
and like jump around.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
One night we watch one of these.
I
One
don't
night we
like
watch
it. I
one of
like
those.
to pick one and finish it.
I know. All
And
you're
you
reading.
do.
Yeah.
You're right.
I don't
You
mind
have
going.
like 3 shows happening right now.
Yeah, we got Righteous Gemstones, which I love,
Right.
and then we were watching the Karen Reed
Yes,
deal.
we
and then-
finished that
yep.
though, but you don't remember the
I
end
thought
'cause
we
you
did.
fell
I
asleep.
told Skylar we got one more
Yeah, no,
episode.
we
You're like,
don't.
no,
We're
we
done.
finished it.
It
Man, I had to rewatch
finished.
that last one.
Yeah,
Did they end when they let her off?
she's not off technically.
Well, I mean, when it was a hung jury.
yes,
I didn't see that part. See, and then what's the third one we're watching? Mormon Housewives.
Mormon Housewives.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, the Karen Reed one is real interesting,
I know.
and I don't think she did it.
Now, what channel was that on? Max?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Karen. Yeah, it was on Max, and I don't know. Man, that one's a rough one.
I don't think she did it. I don't even think she hit him.
I don't know if she did or not. I tend to think she did not.
I don't think she did.
But-
If the evidence does not add up to me.
Yeah, because if you got hit by a car in a snowstorm, you're getting hit less than 20 miles an hour.
Well, they
10
said
miles
the
an hour.
max that her car went was 24 miles per hour.
Right. If you got hit at 24
I mean, I will
miles an
take you
hour,
out of the driveway and hit you at 24 miles per
I
hour.
probably
and-
wouldn't die.
Correct.
Well,
But
he froze to death, but I don't think I'd
he had
get
a
knocked
blunt.
out.
He had a fractured skull.
Well, he could have hit a rock. Well, no, he's
No,
a snowstorm.
they actually were like, "How did you? Like they don't know where." They're like, "Maybe he hit it on the curb and like what and crawled up onto the grass."
And I don't believe if you hit me with a taillight, I would break it.
I
Even
don't
at 20
believe-
miles an hour.
I don't. Well, the thing is, if you were hit hard enough with a taillight, you would have a wound, a bruise, something.
And he was sliced up like. Well, they
Like
said
if
maybe a
did
dog
It was
attacked him.
consistent with the dog bites, a dog attack.
Yeah, that's why she got off. I mean, she didn't
It
get
did
off,
it
but
like
hung jury.
I literally was like, because she has like a larger SUV, and I'm like that would have hit him high.
You know how thick and hard the plastic
Yeah,
is on
I'm
that
like
one?
that would have hit him high like a shoulder, and there was nothing on from like the neck down other than that arm. And they're like, oh, it hit the arm and scraped him through his
Like
fucking winter
shattered.
coat.
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
Would
Was
he
his
have a-
coat shredded?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, he had. So the dog would have to bite. He didn't have a short sleeve on, obviously.
No,
It's
he didn't.
winter.
He had like a sweatshirt on at
Yeah.
the very least.
For those of you who don't know, this is that lady from Boston who was going out with a cop, and they went out drinking all night, went to a party, and
she dropped him off at a house party.
And she.
Well, I think, and this is where it gets vague because she was drunk, and she admits it. I was driving drunk. I was drunk.
Well, I think when he went into the party, I think she was thinking he was having like a threesome or something.
Well, no,
so
like because she was waiting in the car, so it was almost like he was like kind of had said like, "I'll be right back. Hold on."
Well, he was going to check if they were there because it looked like they weren't there.
And then he never came back out, and he wasn't like answering her texts or phone calls, so she gets all pissed and leaves.
Yeah, and she's like, "You fucking pervert!" So I think she thought maybe he
Which
was.
Then
like
there's
having a
theories
threesome
that
or
there
something.
was like, swinging involved. And then there's like drug allegation theories that there was like drug deals going down.
Right. I think she was having a flirtatious affair with that cop Higgins.
Right. Which is
And I
not
think,
attractive.
and I think, yeah, I know. And then I think Higgins, this had a lot to do with it.
Okay.
And she didn't really want to go in because she was doing this thing with Higgins.
Maybe.
She was like, go check. And she's like, I want out of here. And when
Is
he didn't
Higgins
come
there?
out, she's
Yeah.
just like, I'm not going in after
I'm
him.
not
Like,
finding out.
Yeah, I'm not finding out. And she's like, oh my God, I know he's screwing somebody else. Because they had a tumultuous relationship.
like
and
it,
it sounds
yeah.
like they're both maybe cheating or doing something
Right.
like that. But anyway,
Not
if you're gonna
healthy.
watch
either
it.
way.
Yeah,
It
if
was
anybody wants to
interesting.
watch
I don't
it,
think
Karen
she did it.
Reed.
I don't. I don't.
I
at all.
think regardless if she did it or not, there wasn't enough evidence to
No.
convict her at all.
Well, and even I look at like how she would have hit him in the place they found the body. Like, it doesn't make sense.
You think he would have been hit on the road or the driveway? He was hit on the lawn,
Like at the end, the edge of the property,
80 feet away from the
and
driveway.
I feel like for her car to have to like back up and hit him, it would have been the driver's side, not the passenger side.
For sure.
And so it just doesn't make sense to me. I
And
need
so
somebody
she
to
backed
tell
her
me
car
how.
up over the lawn.
Right,
I mean,
and
I
there was
know-
like a fire hydrant right there too.
Right behind him was a fire
So
hydrant.
it doesn't make sense to me.
Now I could see if he hit his head on the fire hydrant, but he was too far away from the fire
Right.
hydrant.
It doesn't make sense.
And then also it kind of seemed like the cops planted
It
evidence.
totally
Because
did.
his shoe was buried under the snow.
Right.
And the taillight parts were on top of the
And
snow.
you could see like when they discovered the shoe, it was covered and like frozen in
and solid ice.
yeah, like you could tell it'd been sitting there for
What state
12
was this
hours.
in? Michigan?
Boston.
Oh, yeah,
Massachusetts.
yeah. It's fucking cold.
Right.
If it's
and so
snowing in
then
Boston,
they're
it's
like, oh,
cold.
look, we found these headlights too. And the snow is literally melting around them in the pictures.
Yeah.
So they hadn't been sitting out there for 12 hours.
Right.
Like the shoe wasn't melting, but weirdly the taillight pieces were.
Yeah. And there was a bunch of pieces.
Right.
Like they gathered up a bunch
Yeah,
of
it
pieces.
totally did.
Yeah.
I mean,
because they brought the car into impound
Right.
12 hours before they somehow discovered
right.
the parts.
But they said that her taillight was broken when she came back to the scene in the morning, but she also hit the car when she was pulling out.
Yeah, but she's pulling out of her house. She hit his car.
Yeah. So I'm like,
And because she was probably one, she was driving drunk, which she admitted to
She
that.
did admit to that.
And
But the
I think
weird
I think a lot of cops and cops' wives and girlfriends drive drunk
Oh, probably.
because they know. Well,
I got it. That's fine.
I got
I'll
it
get
now.
off.
Yeah.
I also find it interesting. They're like, we found a piece of his hair on the bumper. And I'm like, well, one, I'm pretty sure there's 700 pieces of hair all over my car, your hair all over my car.
If you pull off my hat right now, there's hair stuck
And then
to
the
it.
fact that like it's on the bumper. I'm like, how the hell did that piece of hair stay on the bumper through the middle of a blizzard and you dragged the car from like it drove to the house and then it drove to her parents' house and then it got impounded. But there's no way a piece of hair would stay on that. It would melt off with the snow.
Yeah, that's a weird one too. Actually,
Yeah.
inside the car, not outside the car.
It's like, oh, wait, and then it was on the bumper. So like, oh, she hit him. Like that bumper would have been dented. And there's sensors on
And
the
there's
buttons.
snow. Wouldn't hair
Yes.
run off? Or something?
So it doesn't make sense. It does not add up.
And then there was the other chick that was in the house that Googled at 2:27 a.m.
Right.
Instead of how, she did HOS. But
Right.
how
It's fast.
how long
Googling.
do you survive a body survive in the cold?
Cold, yeah.
Why would you even think about Googling that? And then
In
she
the-
deleted the Google search.
Right. She's like, I didn't delete it. I'm like, well, it says right there. And then
Yeah.
they try to make up some excuse of it's when I opened my app. But then they were like, no, actually, that used to be the case. But you have the operating system that's not the case.
Right. They had two on the defense and the prosecution. They had two different
Right.
witnesses that coincided.
Yes.
They said different things.
So yes, I can see why there's a hung jury because you cannot put the blame on her.
Yeah.
Fully. You can't say yes.
Just
you
the
killed
fact that
this
she
guy.
Googled that is very odd. Like,
Then I started
so
thinking, though.
she knew he was laying out
Yeah,
there.
I don't know if
And
you
they just left him
thought
out there.
about thinking
They
this
knew
while
he
that
was
was
laying
happening.
out there, or the dog attacked him. Maybe he
Which,
got
yeah,
hit. The dog attacked him. He got hit in the head. They got the dog out of there.
The dog is also mysteriously gone.
Oh, they got
and
rid of the dog,
rehomed,
and they don't know
it's
where.
at.
I guarantee you they put it down.
Right. Because the dog got an altercation with another dog, which means that it's a vicious dog.
Yeah. Well, I mean, can you see if the guy came in and they smack him with a bat or something, or
Right.
maybe it's a drug deal thing, and the dog just starts attacking him because he's
Yeah.
scared or whatever, and then they get the dog
Right.
out of there. That's
But
what I think happened.
Did you ever think whilst watching this, like, oh God, if someone ever researched my Google history, what they would find?
No, I mean, I don't have nothing that bad.
Oh, no?
I usually do like celebrities' names and stuff like that if I want to see what they look like.
Oh, okay.
Like usually my biggest Google searches will be if I'm listening to a podcast and I hear their name and it's a comedian or
You
an
wanna see what they
actress
look
or a
like?
model or whatever. I want to see what they look like because I
Okay.
hear their voices. So I usually will go like the other one on the Vial Files, they had the new girl that's on Mormon Housewives.
Right, you did know a lot about that.
Yeah, because I listened to her and I said, "What does she look like?" Then
Did you start getting like creepy photos?
weirdly, I didn't Google her. I just looked on social media because I get the feed, so I didn't Google her. But yeah, normally I'll Google somebody to see what they look like.
Oh, okay.
So that's what you'll get is a celebrity.
Do you then Google inappropriate photos of them? Sometimes.
I mean, I have I have done so and so. This is how
bikini.
It's like so and so's name bikini,
Okay.
and then I see him in a bikini.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dua Lipa bikini.
Did you do that last
I've done no, I've done Dua Lipa a long time ago.
Okay.
But that's I see the whole thing, every bit of them.
Okay.
Well, that's nothing wrong with that.
I just like to make you comfortable.
Yeah. Weirdly, there's no guys.
I mean, I think that I'm okay
I have a couple.
with that.
I have a couple guys that I
That
want to
you-
see what they look like.
You put
or
them in
whatever.
swimwear.
What? No,
You'd be
no.
like naked.
Yeah.
At the beach.
Yeah, boxers.
You.
Yeah, so and so.
Dad
Alec
bod?
Baldwin boxers. Look at your search. All I see is Alec Baldwin on there.
Not anymore. This doesn't do it for me anymore.
Good.
I know.
I kind of wish he did because then
Why?
if I got kind of fat and ugly, I knew I would. Do
I
it for you
know.
still.
He's just I guess he didn't age as well as I'd hoped.
No, not as good as I'm aging. That's
right.
for sure. Old Alec Baldwin, but anyway, that Karen Reed story is good.
You should. I mean, anybody should watch it. It's really interesting, and we already spoiled it, but they ended. Well, then life spoiled it. They ended in a mistrial, and so she's actually back in trial right now.
Yeah, how come so fast? I guess it wasn't as fast as you
wasn't,
think. Yeah. But I think in the second trial is even worse. She's not going
I
to
don't
get
know.
convicted.
They're not going to have evidence. I don't understand.
They're not going to have new evidence. Well, you know what? The defense could have new evidence. The prosecution probably, I don't know how much
I
more
don't think
evidence.
there's going to be any new evidence.
Yeah, I
Nothing's
felt
changed.
those cops were lying their asses
I
off,
did
and they're
too.
all covering each
Oh, and
other.
then that one cop that was like talking to it was in like a group text with like 10 other guys that were not cops. And the same day of the murder was talking about it and was like, oh yeah, this like, what do you call her?
Whore?
Whack job cunt. Excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
like,
That's what he called her. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. She's crazy and all this kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
was just bashing her. So it's like, first of all, he got suspended. You missed that part too. He got suspended, and the FBI is like also looking into this. So I'm like, this isn't normal. Like
yeah,
they know.
I would assume all the cops, just
Right.
even being there, got suspended because I think
Well,
it's
that guy
too.
did.
Yeah, it's too much for everybody to handle.
I also, out of this show, got a newfound respect for a defense attorney.
I know they do a lot of work.
Oh my God,
man.
they do a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like the guy, they showed him like practicing his closing arguments and stuff. I was impressed.
Well, yeah.
Oh, no wonder you
that's
get paid the big bucks because you're literally working your ass off.
Now, how is she paying this guy?
I have no idea.
Because their last customer was Kevin Spacey. I mean, it's
Oh,
big,
that's
it's a
who-
high profile.
oh,
that
I
was their
didn't know.
last case before.
I do remember them saying that. I
Yeah,
guess.
that was their
don't
last because
know.
they do high profile people. But also, I think by doing this, they get a lot of press, and so they're going to get more high profile.
This documentary probably paid them.
Oh, they're probably like, we better do a documentary.
They're
to
like,
get the
do you want to
money
do
back
this? She's
on
like, yes,
Netflix."
because I owe a fuckload
yeah, owe
of
you
money.
millions of dollars
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, the whole team, So
Yeah.
who knows? I mean, they showed their 3 lawyers, but they probably have 30
Oh, they have
lawyers.
assistants
Yeah, they
behind
have.
it,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
yeah.
they probably have 30 lawyers behind them digging up all this.
Oh, yeah.
You saw how
But
many names were on that board? It was insane.
Yikes.
Do you know who will never be able to solve this case and never know anything about it and never be able to give any insight?
Not be a serial killer.
These two.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
430 National.
Great American Storage
America.
and Reno Yard.
For all your outdoor storage needs. It's funny, last week on the podcast, we've been getting comments about the stupid Birkenstock clogs
Okay,
and
you've been
looking
getting
homeless. And everybody
Is it everybody or you?
everybody is saying that
They're not
they
ugly?
like the clogs. and
Right,
they're not
I
ugly.
told you that.
And I said they're ugly.
They're not.
Right. So I don't know.
You just
I was
don't
calling
have
you
the
Tiny Tim, and I thought
Yeah.
that was hilarious.
You also, as we're learning, don't
Tiny
have
Tim
great style with your tapered high water jeans. Throw a clog on with that, and you will look like Tiny Tim.
Right. Did Tiny Tim have polio?
No, I looked it up this
He
morning.
was like limping with a crutch.
Yeah, they think he had like some disease that caused kidney failure.
He's fake though, so it doesn't matter. He had like polio.
Due to his symptoms, he did not have polio.
Due to his symptoms.
The symptoms they described.
You
in the
really
book.
looked this up?
I really looked it up. It's
I was
probably
calling her Tiny Tim
still on
again
my
this
thing.
morning. I don't
It
know
is.
why. What does Tiny Tim have?
Okay. He never explicitly
And by the way, Tiny Tim had
specifies
floods too.
the illness. He walks with a crutch and has his limbs supported by an iron frame.
I call that polio.
It's
When
not.
you have polio, you can't walk like that. Did he have floods on? Is there a picture of Tiny Tim?
It could be as a renal tubular acidosis, a kind of kidney
This is
failure.
a fictitious story, dear.
Right.
Like they just
Or
they're
it could
guessing.
be rickets, which is caused by a lack of vitamin D.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Well, it was nice of the family to take him in. And then
so he did not have polio.
oh,
I'm
okay.
not sure if polio was around back then also.
I think it was around back then. That's what I'm saying.
They didn't.
If anybody
didn't have
knows this,
it.
let us know.
Nobody knows
Yeah.
except for Charles Dickens. He's the only one that knows.
Right, that was a long ass time ago. Polio was definitely around.
Was it? Do
Yeah.
you want me to?
Yeah,
to-
Google search that and
Do
see.
you want me to tell you?
Yeah, while you're doing that, if anybody wants any hats or I'm wearing a hat today, if you can see this. It's a pretty nice hat.
I have to
It's
say
summertime,
this
so
out
they're coming
loud.
back in style.
Okay, so
What?
the Christmas Carol was written in 1843. Okay,
Right.
remember that number.
1843. You want me to write it
18
down?
I mean, if you remember, it's fine.
Name of this podcast, 1843.
1843. Is it like 1864? It
Yeah.
was before Nevada was a state.
Oh, yeah, it was. Nevada was
Um,
a state in 1864 because we go to the bar.
Okay, they did. The disease was first recognized in 1789. Okay, I'll give you that.
Thank you.
And the virus that caused it. Oh, no, hold on.
Yeah. Tiny
Hold
Tim.
on.
Tiny Tim.
The virus that caused it was identified in 1909.
Yeah, so he
So,
probably had it. They didn't even know it.
I don't think that
Probably-
he had it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bob Cratchit's who adopted
The word
him.
was first used in 1874.
I don't think Bob Cratchit adopted him. It was his son, right?
Bob Cratchit was the boss.
Right. That's who Tiny Tim came from.
No.
Tiny Tim was the son or adopted by him or something.
No, oh, wait. Bob Cratchit was the guy that worked for.
Yeah, worked for
Yeah,
Ebenezer
so Tiny
Scrooge.
Tim was the
His son.
Bob Cratchit's son. Yeah.
Son or the homeless little boy who was on the side of the road.
Son. And he died.
In the movie?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
In that one scenario, he did die.
Oh, yeah,
but
one scenario.
Scrooge saved him.
by
They-
giving him money. By giving
Healthcare.
everybody- Yeah. Healthcare. That was nice of Scrooge.
So Tiny Tim 1 was
Okay.
never
Okay,
homeless.
can we stop talking about this? Tiny
Can
Tim.
you get your story straight?
Right. That's the last time I call you Tiny Tim.
As
You're
you
gonna start
should.
calling me when I wear my floods and clog.
Right.
What if I wear these slippers I have on out of the Arizona?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I wear
if you
floods
want to
with
talk
those.
about a special kind of shoe,
Yeah. Aren't these in style?
absolutely not.
Isn't everybody wear Cardinals
No,
slippers?
just you and your dad.
Boat deck slipper. Yeah, because we got them for Christmas. For some reason, these are my go-to slippers. I
I'm
got all
not
these
sure
fancy
why.
slippers, and I wear these.
I mean, none of them are great, but
When you have feet like mine, slippers don't look good anyway.
right.
They do not look good.
You know what else doesn't look good on feet like those? A tapered jean. We need to go jean shopping.
Well, when we go see the Backstreet Boys, I'm wearing skinny jeans.
Oh,
and I don't give a
fuck.
shit.
You're going to sweat your balls off also.
I'll wear flip-flops. Skinny jeans and flip-flops.
So you're going to have like a stick leg with like a flipper.
Yeah, I'll wear a half. A stick leg with a monster foot coming out of there. I can start doing my calf exercise. That's it. I'm every day until we go to the Backstreet Boys.
I'll
on
do them with you. Let's see whose calves get bigger. Mine are already bigger.
Yeah. I need your legs on my body.
You do.
That'd be good. You probably take that.
What?
My legs on
Oh
your
yeah.
body. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Yours are pretty like weak and stuff.
They're not weak. I mean, power squats is what I'm doing.
Okay.
Doing power squats till
Now I made you all self-conscious.
right.
What are you doing later? Going to the gym?
Yep, to the gym. The rest of the day I will be at the gym.
Okay.
Before I go to the gym,
It's maybe not a wise choice.
I'm going to mix one of these up. Honey, guess what time it is?
Happy hour?
Yep, I made your favorite Juicy Tits Vodka cocktail.
Fantastic. Thanks, babe. Love you.
And I love you. And your Juicy Tits.
Go to juicytitsvodka.com to get your own bottle of Juicy Tits, where life is the party.
Do you think anybody ever goes to the gym drunk?
I know a couple
Stop it.
people
Stop it right
that
now.
at least have been to swim practice and I can smell the booze.
From the night before, that doesn't count.
I'm sure people go to the gym drunk. Like a guy that I know,
Like I'm going to hit up happy hour and then the gym.
a guy that I know that has a heavy accent.
Okay.
Yeah, I just gave Kylie a signal.
Right.
He would go and like be drinking at the beach all day.
Oh,
and
and
he's
then go to the gym?
Go to the gym because he wanted to get all the booze out of his system to go
Would
home
that
to his
actually
wife.
do that? Or you sweat it out?
Yeah,
He's
just pumping iron and sweating it
Huh.
out. Yeah, so I did know
Did
somebody.
he ever have any gym injuries?
It'd be like 3:30 at the beach. He goes, "Hey, I'm going to the gym before I go home. Do you want to go?"
Like, would he drink a lot?
Yeah, we drink like 6-7 beers or something.
Okay.
And go, yeah.
Did he ever have any alcohol-related gym injuries? Because all I can think
I
of
don't
is
know.
someone like trying to hop on a treadmill and just eating
Yeah.
shit.
There's tons of videos of that.
Right.
People-
I mean, I don't think they're drunk, but
Yeah.
that's all I picture.
well, that's what you do. You like to laugh.
I love it.
One thing, okay, I'm gonna, we ripping on each other and saying
Same.
you're serial killers and all this kind of
Uh-huh.
stuff. You know what I really like about you?
What?
You laugh at me every second,
Constantly.
constantly. I leave at 4:30 in the morning, or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Actually, not 4:30.
I
5
laugh
o'clock.
at you in the mornings.
I do stuff in the mornings and it's pitch dark,
You
dark
hear
and everything,
giggles?
and Kylie's just busting up whatever I say or do. I
That's
just
true.
do whatever, and I leave on a positive
Oh,
note.
great. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, and you hear her on the podcast. That's real.
Oh, yeah.
She laughs at me every
You do
second.
weird things all the time. Even
Yeah.
yesterday, we were watching Karen Reed, and I look over, and you're in your recliner, and you got one leg propped up, like in a
Quadriplegic.
no, what is that? What the stretch? Not a hamstring stretch. You're stretching your thigh.
Yeah, I was on my chair. It looked weird, probably.
Right.
I was stretching my quad out
You are quad, yes.
because my knee was kind of hurting. I figured I need
But
to
I
stretch
mean,
it.
who
but
stretches
I didn't feel like
while
standing.
right?
I didn't feel like standing.
Most people would get up and stretch it. You're like, I'm just going to throw this leg up on the
on my
recliner and
recliner chair.
stretch.
That was kind of weird.
That is a weird one.
But you enjoyed it. I mean,
I did.
I just
It
do
made
that.
me laugh.
I do that to get a laugh.
Your
out of
body
you.
goes in weird directions. I've learned.
Right.
Like the other day,
you seen me dance, right?
I was laying in bed. You were laying in bed. I was reading, and your arm was at this weird angle. I took a picture of it so I could show you.
First of all, don't do that.
It was you were awake,
Oh, I was.
and I was like, looks like your arm is either not attached to your body or it like is broken and laying there dead.
Right.
It was in the
I'm
weirdest
somewhat of a contortionist. And I
angle,
don't
and
know
I was like,
about, and
"Are
I'm not
you
very limber.
okay?" And you're not limber at all.
Right. I have no idea how
I
I get in
know.
these weird positions.
I don't either. It
You know what
was
the funniest
It was
thing-
very unnatural.
And this
looking.
one, I got to send a picture of my mom. I let you take a picture of me.
Oh,
I was playing with a dog, and she sliced both of my hands on the
Yes, she
top
did.
of my hands. So they started bleeding on both top of my hands. So I was like, shit, I don't want to get blood all over the bed or something. It's right
for
before
once
we go to
you
bed.
cared.
So I get a round circle Band-Aid on each hand.
Yep,
and
you
then I
did.
was like, oh my God, I look like my mom. My mom always has like a
Exactly.
round circle
She's
Band-Aid
got
on
a-
her hands.
Always has a band-aid
Because the
on.
bird will peck her or the dogs
the
or
dog
whatever.
something.
The other day,
Yeah.
I'm talking to my mom on the phone, and she's telling me about the bird, and then she starts going, don't you dare do that. Don't you do that. And I go, what's it? She goes, the bird's pecking me.
Does the bird
bird's
listen?
like pecking her face.
Oh, okay.
And then she sends me a picture, and the bird's in her pocket of her robe.
Oh boy.
So she gets mad and puts it in the pocket of her robe.
I don't know how this bird is alive still. I question this weekly.
Well, I told my mom about the guy who came to your
I
work
had
with a bird
patient
on his
that had
shoulder.
a bird on his shoulder.
Yeah, and she thought that was so cool. And she's like, "What?" She said, "What kind of bird?"
Cockatoo?
Oh, okay, cockatoo. My
It
mom
was,
has a parrot.
It was like gray.
Oh, that's cockatoo with
Yeah.
a little yellow on it,
Yep.
maybe. Yeah, that's a cockatoo.
I did ask.
My mom used to have a cockatoo.
I know.
Okay, so mom, if you're listening, it was a cockatoo.
It was a cockatoo.
But
it was about 6 months old, he said.
Oh, that's young.
Yeah.
And what I asked Kylie is, it shit
And
on
it
his
did.
shoulder, And of course, he had
It
shit
did-
on his shoulder. So I think he had to wear like a baby diaper or something on your shoulder. Or the guy just always
slap
has
a
shit.
maxi pad on there.
Or the guy always just has shit
It was
on
a
his
little
shoulder.
shit.
I know, but still, you're going
you have to maybe wear a
bird
darker.
droppings.
He had a gray shirt on.
I
Maybe
mean,
wear a darker
you have
shirt
bird droppings
on your jacket.
on your jacket in the doctor's office.
I know. It's probably not standard to have a bird on your shoulder in an eye doctor's office, but what do you do?
It'd be funny if you go to, like, you're examining his eye, the bird was sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit.
Didn't, like, peck his
No.
eye or something like that.
I wondered if when I was checking his pressures, if he was gonna like come at me, but he didn't care.
Well, maybe they give you that. Maybe it's a medical, anxiety bird.
I don't know. He just loves it. He says he takes it to the store and stuff.
Do you have a vest on it?
Yes, he did. No.
Oh, Mom should do that. Mom, if you're
Yeah.
listening,
He said he takes it everywhere.
will be. Take your bird to the store. My mom could easily. My mom drives in her car with a bird on her shoulder.
No one's gonna say anything to you because they're kind of like, "What the fuck?"
Wouldn't it be weird if a bird flew out the window? My mom would freak.
Sucked out. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't drive with your window down because you would
Right.
suck that thing out.
Right.
Just rolling
it
around because
sucked
they
out of
can't
the
actually
window
fly.
Right into like another car window,
Oof, like a sunroof.
and it starts flapping around, and someone's like, "I think it's like a
Right.
giant bug or something," but it's a
Ugh.
bird. A bird fly. Right.
Okay, you're picturing something. Wow,
I don't know what I'm picturing.
but you like it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
If a bird flew in the window, it would sound like this.
Oh boy.
You sound so good.
With this nasally old voice?
Yes, but it's so clean.
That's why we use Fibonacci Sound Studio, located in Reno, Nevada, led by an Emmy-nominated audio producer.
Fibonacci specializes in voiceovers and voice recordings for games, television, and film production.
So you're saying, if Fibonacci can make my nasally voice sound this good,
Then anybody else's will sound like music to your ears.
for more information or to book an audio session, go to FibonacciSoundStudio.com.
Or call 775-357-8580.
The funniest thing, we had nothing for this podcast, and I put a couple notes down, and we haven't even touched anything.
You don't have faith in what I'm
Like, I don't have
capable
faith.
of bringing
I
to
don't
my mind.
have faith in our talent, I guess.
It's my talent
Oh,
that you don't have faith in, or maybe your own. Both talents.
we would both bring stuff up, but you bring maybe better stuff up.
I always bring better stuff. I'm the smarter one here. Just joking. Love you.
You literally think that, but I have more world experience.
I think that in certain areas.
I have way more worldly experience than you.
I think there are certain areas that you are way smarter than me in.
Right. And vice versa.
Right.
So there.
Speech is one of mine that I'm better at than you. Smarter than you. Articulation.
Question. Did you get a scholarship for speech?
I didn't try.
I did. I got a $1,200 scholarship from the
I
Lions
have a question to you. Do you know how to spell "oh no"? Or "I know"? No, "oh no." It has to be like "oh,
Oh,
no."
no.
So you just give me like
the Hawaiian fish?
no.
O-N-O.
Yeah, like if you're sending
I
a
know
text.
is I and then K-N-O-W.
Okay. What if you're like "oh no"?
O-H. K-N-O-W.
Absolutely not. And that's what I mean.
O-H.
N-O. You always spell K-N-O, and I'm like, he's not using. I don't say anything because I don't want to
I
bash
put that
on
on
you
your text?
constantly.
Oh, it's spelled correct.
No, it's not because you just did it with your words. So I don't want to correct you because I don't want you to feel like I'm correcting you constantly. So I just let it happen.
And I appreciate that. Don't ever correct people's grammar because who gives a fuck?
Well, you just sound like a.
No,
idiot.
I don't
It's
sound
fine.
like anybody because it's over a
Via
text.
text. You do.
And text, people do all kinds of weird stuff on text.
So I'm
like,
just letting you know that's
what
not the
people
correct
on text
use.
put
Do you know the
LOL,
difference of?
TBD. Do
Do you know what TBD means?
to be determined?
Okay, good job. Do you know the difference?
FYI for your information.
Good job.
Right.
Do you know what they're
TCBY, the country's best yogurt.
Do you know what the difference of there and there is?
Yeah, we're not doing
I'm
this.
just asking. I'm just saying.
Doing this
is
for Allie?
one of my strong suits and not yours.
THEIR is there, like possessive, there.
Which one is?
THEIR.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and there means over there.
Okay. What's the other there?
There's only two.
There's three. There, and there.
Oh, they are. Yeah, THEYRE.
Okay.
They are doing something.
Okay. Just
So
checking.
there's really only two.
Just there's
One would
not.
be they are,
but
not there.
there's all spelled different.
Yeah, I'm never writing that word again, or I know again.
Okay. It's oh no, not I know. You do oh no correctly. It's
From
I
now
know.
on, when I'm going to put oh no,
Oh,
I'm
no.
putting I know.
There you go. I'm reversing those. That's fine.
Okay.
You'll forget later anyways.
I'm trying to think of something you can spell, but I can't think of anything.
Well, I am looking at words all day because they read too much.
How do you spell this? Humu humu nuku nuku apawa.
I don't know that.
I know exactly
how to
that
spell it.
because I'm part Hawaiian.
You are absolutely not.
Yes.
And that's offensive to the Hawaiian culture because they would not take you.
Let's go back. Let's go back to you always laughing at me. And you laugh at me because I spell those words
I
on
know,
purpose
right.
to
I laugh
do
at
that.
you because you're dumber than me.
No,
Just
you
joking.
laugh. So you laugh.
You tried
I
not
walked
to
into
laugh.
that one. That's exactly why you're laughing. And I laugh when you wear the red polo hat.
Oh, well, I'm going to wear it all the
Red-
time now.
Red-
Maybe I won't because now you're going to sing that song. I can't wear that hat ever again.
Yeah, good. Never wear
You
it
don't
again.
like it?
No, I do like it. I like the red because I can always locate you.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
if I-
being, like
I-
stalker status?
No, I a lot of times I wonder where you're at. Like, where is she?
Where do you think I'm going to go all the time?
I don't know.
Like, you're going to like slide
Like hop
away
on a
into
plane or something?
like slide away into a
Yeah.
crowd and never be seen again.
Yeah.
Like, do you think I'm going to leave you or that I'm going to get like abducted?
I
Like,
just think you're
taken?
gonna get like knocked out or something.
Like I'll
you
be
won't know where.
taken?
Yeah, like you don't know where. Maybe not taken, but like
Or I'm going to like trip and
Knock-
fall?
like
and,
you're gonna get knocked out and they'll hide you somewhere
who's
like
going to
in a
hide
gutter
me?
or
Why?
something.
Why? I
In
don't
a
think you hide
culvert.
anybody in a gutter.
in a culvert pipe. Like, and all I see is
Why?
the red
Like-
hat hanging out.
They're just like they just want to take somebody out and put them in a pipe and call it a day.
Right.
Like, what's the reasoning?
I think part of it is you're always hiding.
I'm not.
Like you're in the closet and I'm calling you, standing right there, and you don't answer.
Because you can't hear in the closet.
Just like-
Except for then
yeah.
when I was in the closet and you farted and we're going to try to blame the dog, but I peeked my head out. And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, because you have supersonic
But then
ears.
all of a sudden you're like, I didn't know you could hear in there. So why do you think that, like, sometimes I can hear and sometimes I can't?
'Cause you have supersonic ears.
You also, while I was peeing
It's
before this
funny,
podcast,
Kylie could hear a fart if she's in the
can.
next state over,
probably.
and I fart in my chair. She'd text me and
Excuse
be like,
you.
"Did you fart?
Is that you?
What was that?"
Heard that.
Right, heard that.
I never say, what was that? I know exactly what it is. I call you on. I don't ask.
Yeah, and I tell you what it is, and you never ever believe me.
Because you try to blame it like on the dog who's sitting next to me who
Or on
doesn't
my
loudly
shoe,
fart.
or on the chair. We
Right.
didn't turn this podcast into a fart
You did.
deal. We were talking about how you always laugh at me because of
I
my
know.
charm
Yes.
and who I am.
Your charm. Well, obviously.
Yeah, but Life with Eric broadcast.
Broadcast.
Well, this is a broadcast from Studio E. Studio E.
you told me
this is.
today that you wanted to get a sign for it says Studio E so we
do.
could find the studio. And I say because our house is so big we
Wouldn't that
can't
be cool?
find it down
you-
the hallway.
Wouldn't it be cool if we had a sign on the door?
Get
It
a
says
sign.
Studio E.
You're saying that because you're never going to get the sign. You want me to get you a sign.
Right, I want it to look less like this one glowing up
Or
too.
where are you going to plug it
Yeah.
in?
Can I do my spiel now?
Okay.
Life with Eric podcast is brought to you by Petrilla Concrete Construction and our Michael Weems collections. You can get those at
Michael.
Palm Canyon
Oh.
Drive, and you can buy any of his shit at.
MichaelWeems.com.
We have a special to talk about.
I don't know if they call it special.
Michael Weems, 7 blocks away, got a fertility clinic, got
Okay,
bombed.
Palm Springs, a fertility clinic got bombed.
Down from michaelweems.com.
7 blocks away.
And he posted a picture.
MichaelWeems.com. Safe to say that you will never be a news reporter. 'Cause
I need a teleprompter,
you're
damn it.
failing.
Broadcast,
And you have
podcast,
notes.
tomato. Okay, to clarify this up, michaelweems.com did not get bombed.
Right. Michael Weems
Michael
Art
Weems
Gallery
himself
also
didn't
did not get bombed.
But his windows shook. He has another post in there, actually. And he says he's open today. He's been
I
closed.
saw that. No, he has. Did he close yesterday?
Yeah, no, they've been closed.
Oh,
he says
okay.
we're open today, but just know a block away it's blocked off.
The streets
The
closed
streets are
still,
blocked
yes.
off because they got bombing. And he took a picture of a leg or a body part in the
I
street.
think it was like a torso and a leg.
And he
or
put it on
something.
Instagram and it got taken down.
Which I happened to like almost immediately see it and I screenshotted it. 'Cause
Yeah.
like, this isn't going to be up for long.
Let's post that shit.
They're going to take it down.
So what?
I'm not posting
Someone
it.
else will screenshot it. But
I'm not posting it.
yeah, so I'm sure Michael Williams has lots of jokes about that, but that's crazy. I
I
think
mean, I don't think I have
was
jokes.
Do you think someone bombs a fertility clinic because we were talking about this because they
Or debating about why, maybe.
like they paid all this money and didn't work, or
right.
they lost the baby,
Or
or
was it
whatever.
like they think it's unnatural, so they're like against it?
like a religious thing?
yeah.
If it's a religious thing, Michael Williams will have a field day on this.
I don't know. I mean, I hope they can figure it out.
But it's almost
I
like a
mean, they will.
suicide bomb. Oh, a car blew up, you said.
No, I think it was like a suicide bombing, if you will. I'm assuming.
I mean, a lot of stuff got thrashed. Probably it's a tight court. You know, there's a lot of businesses.
yeah,
and
there's
stuff
a
around
I
there.
saw a picture.
I know. I mean,
And it actually like mainly hit the clinic.
Yeah, I totally recognize.
Like I
where
think
it is,
like
though, and
the
everything.
car was like maybe in front of it or something. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking either one, it was like a suicide bombing, or two, the guy like just didn't get out in time.
Right, and
it went off before
it
he
went off
planned.
before. Yeah, and I think
I don't know
it'd be
which
interesting
one.
to have Michael. Maybe we won't have Mom. We'll just call him up.
Be like, are you
We'll
okay?
say, hey, can I call you up for like 10 minutes on
Did
the
you
podcast?
survive?
I'm
Well,
making
maybe
a
let's
note.
see if we can get some more details about this
Yeah.
bombing
no.
first.
I mean, yeah, we call him up though. He'll be up for like half an hour.
Yeah, there's no short call with Michael.
Yeah. We obviously can't do him on Zoom. Can't figure that shit out.
I mean, you're not much better.
No, but right.
Right. Love you.
Thanks, baby doll. If you like this podcast, rate us a 5. If you like all our banter and Kiley's laughing, you can follow us, subscribe. You can copy the link on Apple Podcast or Spotify and leave a comment or whatnot. It really helps us out. If you want to hear Kiley laugh, tune on in. Because she laughs all the time.
You're so funny.
Well, dear, I must be.
Mm.
It's that time.
It's when you don't try is when you're the funniest.
Like now, I'm not funny.
No, when you were trying just then, you were not funny. Yeah.
Last call. Who are we cheersing today?
I think you have a cheers you would like to do, so I'm going to make you do it.
I want to cheers Marcos.
I'm pretty sure it's just Marco, but it's fine.
Oh, it is? Because I give to my brother's Marcus. Mark, it is. You're right. It is Marco.
Just saying.
Yeah, I know him so well.
Right.
Marco, who makes our drinks when we walk in the door at Los
It
Compadres.
is a lovely service.
Yeah, go to Los Compadres. We're trying to get Los Compadres to sponsor us, and I've tried like 3 times, and they just don't say anything.
Which that's a silent no.
Sponsor us.
I know. We spend a lot of money there.
Right. We did
Love
last
it.
night.
It's delicious.
It's good. The drinks are good. Marco.
know. Say it correctly.
Marcos is our favorite bartender. Everybody knows us. We're like celebrities there.
Are we?
Kinda.
Bill and Linda, I think, are celebrities, our neighbors.
Oh, Bill and Linda, yeah. They go there on Friday, like 4 o'clock. They're part of the Blue
I
Hair
know.
Clan. We
You
start eating
got-
with them.
Why don't you start going with Bill and Linda?
I'll go there and you meet us there
They
later.
might start needing a driver soon, so
I'll go there, and then you come when the younger people come.
I'll catch you later. Yeah, they probably hit like a happy hour. That's
So cheer-
awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Right.
I guess I don't know if they have happy hour, but
I
anyway,
think they do.
cheers, Marco.
And Los Compadres.
Right,
We missed you.
right. Subscribe or follow us on wherever you get this podcast, or just go to our website at lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into my life with Eric. To all of our listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour here.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I love you, baby.
Love you. Not funny. Not attractive.